Number 25, the man that sued himself. Robert Lee Brock was a prisoner in Virginia in 1995. One day, he decided to be removed from prison so he could enter a mental institution. To make this happen, he decided to sue himself for $50 million, claiming that he committed a crime while he was drunk. In the end, the case was dismissed and he failed to get his transfer. Number 24, the Dukes family suing SeaWorld. In 1999, a man named Daniel Dukes got killed by a whale at SeaWorld. To achieve his lifelong dream of swimming with a whale, he hid himself from the security guards of SeaWorld so he could stay at the park after closing. After his death, his parents sued SeaWorld on account of failure to display public warnings that the whale could actually kill people. Number 23, suing Subway. A 27-year-old man from New York sued Subway after he took a bite of his sandwich and found a knife in his bread. He sued them for $1 million because of food poisoning, which he said he had gotten from the filthy plastic handle of the knife. Number 22, Christopher Rawler suing David Blaine and David Copperfield. Christopher Rawler sued David Blaine and David Copperfield for defying the laws of physics and even demanded them to reveal their magic tricks to him. He also believed that the two magicians were using godly powers, and because he believed he was God, it was his powers that the magicians were stealing. Number 21, Macrida Patterson sues Victoria's Secret. A police officer named Macrida Patterson was trying on some new clothes when the tight fit caused the metal clip to fly off and hit her in the eye. She filed a case against Victoria's Secret on June 9, 2008. Number 20, PETA sues the New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife. A group of PETA volunteers had just attended an anti-hunt protest to defend the rights of deer to live. After the protest, two members of the group hit a deer. Ironically, PETA sued the New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife for the damage caused, saying that it was because of its deer management program, which involved efforts to increase the deer population. Number 19, bad weather. Most people understand that weather reports are not 100% accurate. Unfortunately, this was never the case for an Israeli woman who filed a case against a TV station for its wrong weather prediction. According to her, the TV station predicted that the weather was going to be fine, but it rained. And because she dressed lightly, she caught the flu. Number 18, hot coffee. In 1992, an Albuquerque woman bought a coffee from McDonald's drive-thru. She wanted to add cream and sugar to her drink, so she placed the cup in between her knees. She pulled the lid of the cup toward her, and as a result, the coffee spilt into her lap. She blamed McDonald's for the incident, saying that the restaurant was serving coffee that was too hot to be safe. Number 17, Richard Overton suing Anheuser-Busch. Richard Overton complained that the advertisements of Anheuser-Busch were misleading as they involved supermodels coming to life as men drove a Bud Light truck. The complaint said he suffered emotional distress and mental injury because of the false ads. The case was later dismissed by court. Number 16, family sued Natural Born Killers movies producers. Patsy Ann Byers was left paralyzed in 1995 after Sarah Edmondson and Benjamin Darris went on a crime spree after watching Natural Born Killers. This led the family of Byers to file a case against the makers of the movie, including Oliver Stone and Warner Brothers. Number 15, Cleanthi Peters sues Universal Studios. In 2000, a man named Cleanthi Peters filed a $14,000 case against Universal Studios, claiming that she suffered extreme fear and mental stress after visiting the Halloween Horror Nights haunted house of Universal Studios, which she said was too scary. Number 14, violent video games. In 2001, Linda Sanders and other family members of the victims in the Columbine High School massacre sued 25 makers of video games, claiming that if it were not for their creations, the massacre would not have occurred. In the end, the plaintiffs were ordered to compensate the video game makers for their legal fees. Number 13, Rapist files a case against Providence Hospital. In 2002, a man named Edward Brewer filed a $2 million case against Providence Hospital, saying that its security failed to prevent him from committing rape against one of its patients. Number 12, an awkward accusation. A man named Peter Wellis divorced his wife and did not want to pay compensation. He sued her on grounds of gamete theft, saying that she did not tell him that she was using birth control pills. Number 11, a woman sues a nightclub. Kara Walton wanted to enter a certain nightclub through its toilet window so she wouldn't have to pay the $3.50 entrance fee. As a result, she fell down to the floor and knocked out her 2 front teeth. In the end, the woman was awarded $12,000 and got all her dental expenses paid. Number 10, a Romanian prisoner sues God. Pavel M., a Romanian prisoner, had been serving 20 years in prison for murder when he sued God for failing to keep him from the influence of the devil. The case, not surprisingly, was dismissed. Number 9, the Adacia Thief. A man named Terrence Dixon broke into a house and tried to leave through its garage. Since the garage door was malfunctioning, he decided to use the house door. For some reason, he got locked up inside the garage and had to stay there for 8 days since the house owners were on a vacation. He filed a $500,000 case against the house owners, claiming that he had suffered from severe depression and mental damage for what happened. Number 8. Man files a $5.4 million lawsuit against San Diego. Apparently, after a late night of revelry, some people got confused as to which bathroom they should use. This eventually led to a man from San Diego suing the municipality of San Diego on grounds of quote-unquote suffering after seeing a woman inside the men's toilet at a concert held at the city hall. Number 7. Prisoner sues administration. A prisoner who was convicted in a single cell got infuriated after his prison administrator failed to give him free deodorant. He sued the prison administration, but the case was later dismissed. Number 6. A woman sues a widow. A woman who got a man riding a snowmobile killed sued the wife of her victim, claiming that she got psychologically shocked after witnessing the death of her husband. Number 5. Lawyer files a case against GTE California. A lawyer from Southern California sued GTE California after his name was listed in its GTE Yellow Pages directory under the heading Reptiles. He sought damages in excess of $100,000 and claimed that the incident caused them to become the target of bad jokes and rude telephone calls. Number 4. Woman sues a local radio station. A woman named Kathy McGowan from the United States won a local radio competition after answering a question on Radio Buxton, right. The local radio station said she was going to get a Renault Clio as a prize, but when she arrived at the station, she only got a toy car. She filed a case against the station, and the latter was ordered to pay her $28,000. Number 3. The diabetic patient that sued Minnesota. Kathy Kelly, a diabetic patient, sued the city of Minnesota after she slipped into the Canal Park's fountain. She sustained a laceration to her left lower shin and had her cut infected due to diabetes. Her fall was caused by a detergent dumped by a prankster into the fountain 4 hours earlier. In the end, she was awarded $125,000 and her $43,000 medical expenses were paid by the other party. Number 2. Trina Thompson sues her school. In 2009, Trina Thompson of New York filed a $72,000 case against her alma mater, Monroe College, after she was unable to find a decent job months after completing her bachelor's degree in information technology. She sought to recoup the $70,000 she'd spent in tuition from her school. Number 1. 2 teens file a case against the house owner. While trespassing on private property, Jeffrey Klein and Brett Birdwell got themselves burnt after they touched an uninsulated wire. The 2 teenagers sued the owner of the house and received a combined $24.2 million after the trial. If you liked the video you just saw, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel by using the orange button in the top right. And don't forget to go check out our website at list25.com for more awesome lists.